One of the things that I love the most is working with shadows. Been doing it for many years. There are treasures in the shadow. And shadow is what's not in the light of consciousness, basically. And here's a tip, especially for lovers, especially for couples, especially when you find yourself arguing with your beloved about something. You say A, they say B. And maybe it's also going on for a long time. You say that you want one thing and they say that they want the other. Many couples that I worked with came to me with this, like, one of them want to open the relationship, the other one wants monogamy. But it doesn't matter. It can be anything. One wants to travel to discover the world and the other wants to nest. It can be different things, doesn't matter. How is it connected to shadow work? Here. Consider that your beloved is actually giving voice to a shadow of yours, to a shadow voice of yours. So when you're actually arguing with someone, you're not arguing with them. And especially if it's hot, you're arguing with a part of yourself that you're unwilling to admit that actually you have this wish inside of you. You know, a person who wants who wants monogamy is like so identified with this, like, no, this is the right thing. But inside, there is a reason that you took this person as your beloved, and there's a deep reason. And if they want something else, consider that this is an unexpressed voice of yourself. The person who wants to open, whoa, this is so comfortable, like to say, like, oh, I want to open my relationship, but he or she, they don't, so we don't because of them. It's like, yeah, that's making it easy. No, whatever they say is actually an embodiment of an unexpressed voice within the self. So whenever you're arguing with someone, and especially if it's a good friend, especially if it's a beloved, just take it in consideration. Just like say, like, you know what? If I am really, really honest, do I have even a small voice inside of me that actually argues to say like this, what they say? And I don't want to acknowledge it, so they make a good favor for me. Like, this is what beloveds are here for, right? They are here to help us in many ways in the soul level. So our beloveds are taking the role of embodying what we don't dare to embody. And they give it a voice. And then we can externalize the fight and the argument. Yeah. But everything changes in the minute that you say, you know what? We argue about it for a year. Honestly, what you say is a voice in me. And vice versa, the other partner might say the same. And then it's like, okay, I have those two voices in me. Enough with making the other person wrong, enough with projecting, enough with the fighting. It's like, now we're talking. It's good. Now we're talking. And it's a whole different conversation when we know that this is a shadow of ours. And this is one of the many ways that acknowledging our shadows can actually bring a lot of peace, change the atmosphere from endless fighting and arguments to actually deeper understanding of self and the other, building and designing. So then you start to design. It's like, what do we want? Since both of us want both things, but maybe we make different choices. How do we design our future? How do we meet? And how do we also meet the shadow aspects of us? That's actually the thing. Like, if I want, let's stick with this. If I want an open relating and my partner wants a monogamy, but it's actually a hidden part of me that wants monogamy, what is it? Because monogamy is actually, or polyamory is not the thing that you want. This is a strategy to meet a need. What is the need? So you might find that actually the need is for more serenity, more security, or maybe more intimacy, a deeper intimacy. Just bring the need. Acknowledge the shadow, bring the need that it actually is speaking for, and then you can actually design a beautiful future that is much more intelligent than continue fighting.